Welcome, humanoids. My name is Donna Brown. I am an access consciousness facilitator and I'm also a hypnotist. And today we're talking about ending your day. So when I first started using some of the access tools, one of the things that I had a little bit of difficulty with was figuring out how to use them, when to use them, where to use them, and I didn't know why I was using them sometimes. So I started with, who does this belong to, and returning that for 3 days. And I had some clearings from somebody, so I listened to the clearings over and over and over again. But I didn't know what else to do. So this is why I am giving people tools that they can use, because sometimes people will ask me, how do you do this? And as soon as they ask me, how do you do this? I'm like, oh, okay, that's something that I can share with somebody. So if there's some of the things that you want to know how to do, please put it in the comments below. So ending your day the access way, I have a PDF and I'm figuring things out. So I'm putting it in a Google Doc and see how that works for you guys to pick it up instead of in a Dropbox. End your day the access way. There's a couple of tools that I use. So number one, why would I use these? We've gone through the day, we've made a lot of decisions, we've had a lot of judgments. And at the end of the day, it's like if I end it the access way, I can end it with a clean slate. And I kind of like that clean slate thing. And I'm hoping you do too. So the first question that I ask myself on the sheet of paper is everything that, and I have was/is. I use the past, the present tense, and the past and present tense both. So I do this twice, one with using the word was and one with using the word is. So we'll do them both twice right now. So everything that was you about me today that I am unwilling or unable to let go of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I destroy and uncreate it all. And then you run the clearing statement. So I've got a link below to where the clearing statement is and what it means. And that clearing statement is right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, pop, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So the word you, you're like, what is that? It's secret, hidden, invisible, covert, unseen, unsaid, unacknowledged, and undisclosed. It's all those things that go into our autopilots that we use without even knowing that we're using. So you want to get rid of everything you put into the autopilot, because there's already so much there, and you put things on top of things and on top of things, and then it becomes the pattern that becomes the habit. So we all have patterns in our life that we run, and we all have habits that we do consistently that we don't even know is a habit. So I would say this again, everything that is you about me today that I am unwilling or unable to let go of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I destroy and uncreate it all. And then once again, you use the clearing statement. Now, Access Consciousness has asked us not to do clearings the way we were doing them in the past. And I will honor that. So there will be some classes with clearings. You'll have to sign up for the class to get all the clearings. And I will start posting them under some of these videos as soon as I get the classes and the postings done, so that you will have lots and lots of clearings. Because clearings is what set me free. But again, we're talking about how we're ending our day. So there's the first two questions. It's in one question, was and is. And the reason why we go to yesterday, because it was maybe something we took forward from the day before, today, the day that we just finished, and tomorrow, because we have put things out in the future. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to go back and say this. I need to get that accomplished. That may or may not be what's going to serve you. And it's great to have a to-do list. And it's also great to be flexible, because as the energy comes up, you want to be able to handle things. So the next question I ask is everything that I created or destroyed that I was unable or unwilling to let go in relation to. And then I put a fill in the blank, okay, right there. And underneath, I gave you some things that you could think about. So my business, if you have a job, my job, I put person's name. So yesterday I interacted with a client. I interacted with my grandson. I interacted with a couple of people, so I put the people that I interacted, their name. Money, if that's the thing I want to work on, I want to destroy and uncreate everything I was unwilling to or unable to let go in relationship to money. Relationships, maybe I want to create a relationship. Well, if I'm not in a relationship, there's some part of me that needs to destroy and uncreate some things so that I can actually step into the relationship. So whatever it is in the day that I want to let go of and use my magic wand and wipe it away using that access consciousness clearing statement, I put in. So everything, we'll use my grandson. Everything I created or destroyed that I was unwilling or unable to let go of in relation to my grandson in the past and in the future, I destroyed and created all. And then I run my clearing statement, the access consciousness clearing statement. So I go through and do that with my business, whoever I interacted with. I put money in there, and you can do it with anything or anybody. If Joe down the street kicked your cat and there was an incident, you could put Joe down the street who kicked my cat. You can do whatever you want to do. It's a fill in the blank. So the next question, and if I'm really, really tired, I just go to this question. Okay, so sometimes I go to bed and I've worked all the way up until I'm like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I need to get my butt in bed. And when I have one of those days, I just go to this question. What can I generate and create as I sleep and dream tonight? But I love that question. So last night I asked that question and I'm working on about 4 projects. And I had a very interesting dream when I woke up. I recognized that I was telling people how all these things had turned out for me. And I was telling them in the best version of how any of this could turn out. It was really interesting. So I'm not quite sure what I was doing in my sleep and dream, but as I ask this question more and more, my sleep and dreams my sleeping is nice, has always been nice, and my dreams have turned a little different. I don't dream negative scenarios. I don't have nightmares. I don't do any of that. Then after that one question, ask your body what it'd like to run while you sleep. So if you're a humanoid and you haven't been to a bars class, I suggest you get to a bars class because you can run your bars. You can run your bars, you can run a bar, one single solitary bar. You can generally, what I do, and I put this in there, the thymus exercise that you learn in the bars class, I do that. And I generally do that first and it runs for 10 minutes and then I'll tell my bars to run. I get permission from my body. So you want to ask, can I run it for an hour? Can I run it for 2 hours? Can I run it for 3 hours? Ask your body what your body wants to do. If you've been to a body process class or you've been to the foundation, which gives you some awesome body processes, you can run one of those body processes. If you've gone on to the body process class, you can run one of 52 body processes. The body processes help you unlock the stuff that you've locked into the cellular level of your body. So you can let go of a lot of things, and having the body processes just makes that happen so much quicker that you can let go of so much more because you're unlocking all of that out of your body. And then you can do clearing loops as you go to sleep. Now, I'd like to talk about if you're sleeping with someone. So on occasion, my grandkids come over and spend the night. They don't live here anymore, but when they did, they would come over. And is it kind for me to run clearing loops, even on really where you can't hear it for everybody in the room? I always get a no. I ask, and I get a no. It's not kind. So I know I've heard lots of people say, well, my spouse is going to get it whether he wants to or not. You're not honoring the other person, and you're not honoring yourself. Because you are going to create a situation, if they're in resistance and they're listening to it all night, they are not going to wake up happy with you. They are going to wake up pissed off. So I would not suggest that you do that. One of the things about access is that that you become the person who wants to be kind and you want to honor other people. And years ago, I believed my kids belonged to me and it was my way or the highway, and they didn't have a vote and they didn't have a voice. I have shifted my point of view a lot from where I used to be, and that is because of access. So this is just my interesting point of view. And remember, if it feels light for you, it's true. If it feels heavy for you and you're like, nah, I'm not in that space, then you do what you want to do. But that was just a note of caution. And then after I tell my body what it's going to run or how we're going to run or what I'd like to do tonight, and there are some nights I'm like, I just say, what can I generate and create as I sleep and dream tonight? I'm tired. I don't want to run anything. I've been doing things all day long. I've had clients all day long. Maybe I'm not in the space to do that. Again, there's nothing right. There's nothing wrong. It just is what it is, and everything's okay. It's your life. Work it the way it works for you. And then the last question is, what possibilities are available to me and my body that I'm not being as I sleep and dream tonight? Yeah. So that is the way that I end my day, the access way, and I wanted to share it with you. Please subscribe to my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, you can always write it into the comments below, and I will respond. And I want to thank you for watching this.